Imagine this, a credit card that not only pays for itself, but unlocks premium travel experiences, exclusive perks, and rewards. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, I'm breaking down why the Capital One Venture X is one of my favorite travel credit cards, and why it might just be the perfect card for you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll also see why this card is a total game changer. Hey everyone, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Matt, and I love all things travel and credit cards. Today, we are talking about the Capital One Venture X, a card that I personally use and absolutely love. We are going to take a look at the benefits and rewards on this card, as well as some recent redemptions I made using it. So let's kick things off with the basics. The Capital One Venture X has an annual fee of $395, which is the lowest among premium travel credit cards. For comparison, the Chase Sapphire Reserve has a $795 annual fee, the American Express Platinum Card has an $895 annual fee, and the new Citi Strata Elite Card costs $595. Now, up until the Citi Strata Elite Card was released, the Venture X was the new kid on the block. And because of that, it has not seen a huge refresh. I am curious if one is coming, now that the Platinum Card and the Sapphire Reserve have seen some updates. Now, let's talk about the welcome offer. Right now, you can earn 100,000 Capital One miles after spending $10,000 in the first 6 months of card ownership. That's equal to $1,000 in travel. This offer is normally 75,000 miles, so we're earning an extra $250 with this elevated offer. Currently, there is no end date for this elevated offer, but I wouldn't wait long if you're looking at getting this card. And as a side note, I do have my referral links for this card down below. Go take a look if you're looking at getting this card. Now, when it comes to earning points, the Venture X offers solid multipliers. You're going to receive 10x back on hotels and rental cars booked through the Capital One Travel Portal, 5x back on flights and vacation rentals booked through the Capital One Travel Portal, then 2x back on everything else. That 2x back on everything else is why this card is a fantastic catch-all card. Whether you're using it as a primary card or pairing it with the Capital One Saver card. The Saver card offers 3x back on groceries and dining, and it has no annual fee, which makes it a great option to pair with the Venture X. This makes it a very low-cost option to earn a lot of points. Also, it's worth noting that Capital One calls their points miles, but they are just points. They're not miles that have to be used with flights only. Now, let's talk about what we can use those miles for, and I'll also give you a couple real-world examples of what I've done with them. The Venture X gives you 3 main ways to redeem these miles. First, we can book travel through the Capital One Travel Portal. You can redeem your miles at a flat rate of 1 cent per point for flights, hotels, rental cars, and more. It is simple and straightforward, however, it's not the way that I would recommend using your points. Second, you can transfer your points to transfer partners. Capital One has 15 different loyalty program partners like Virgin Atlantic and British Airways that allow you to transfer Capital One miles over to their system. Transfer partners are generally where we can find the best redemptions, sometimes even 2 or 3 cents per point. And from time to time, these partners will even run transfer bonuses, giving us even more points when we transfer. And third, one of my personal favorites, we can cover travel-related purchases with miles. If you book travel outside of the portal, like Airbnbs, airport parking, or hotels, you can simply use your miles to cover these charges. For instance, on a recent trip to Cancun, Mexico with my family, I was able to wipe out the cost of airport parking and an airport shuttle by redeeming my Venture X miles. Even the 5-night all-inclusive resort stay, which I couldn't book with traditional points, was taken care of with the Venture X miles. This was a big trip that I took with my family, and we saved thousands of dollars using points. I have an entire video talking about exactly how I did that and how we covered $5,500 with points. You can go check that out right up here. And if you're not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see all future videos when they come out. This kind of versatility, honestly, is one of my favorite parts of the Venture X. Whether you're booking flights, paying for airport food, or covering taxis and resorts, there are so many different ways we can use our points. I find myself using the Venture X over other travel credit cards when actually booking the travel. The redemption options are just a little bit more flexible. Now, let's dive into the benefits that make the Venture X stand out. First, the $300 annual travel credit. This credit can be applied to bookings made through Capital One Travel. We can also use this credit in conjunction with miles to cover your redemption completely. So if we have a $400 plane ticket, we can use $300 of the credit plus 10,000 miles, which is equal to $100. Now we're also going to receive a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus. Starting on your first anniversary, you're going to receive 10,000 miles every year. This benefit plus the travel credit means that we are receiving $400 in credits for a card that only costs $395. Essentially, Capital One is paying us $5 to keep this card open. You're also going to receive a Global Entry or TSA PreCheck credit, Hertz President Circle status for car rental upgrades and more, as well as no foreign transaction fee, cell phone protection, and the ability to add authorized users for free. Then there's lounge access. As the primary cardholder, we're going to receive complimentary access to the Capital One Lounge, which is a growing network of lounges that are actually really nice. Depending on when this video comes out, I may or may not have already checked out the Capital One Lounge in Las Vegas. This is a brand new lounge that just opened a little bit ago. We are also going to receive access to Priority Pass lounges through a Priority Pass membership. We'll talk more about some upcoming changes to lounge access in a little bit. And finally, we are going to receive access to the Premier Hotel Collection as well as the Lifestyle Collection. The Premier Collection offers a $100 property credit to use during your stay, as well as room upgrades when available, early check-in and late checkout when available, daily breakfast for two, and complimentary Wi-Fi. While the Lifestyle credit includes a $50 property credit, room upgrades when available, early check-in and late checkout when available, and free Wi-Fi. I have not had a chance to check out either of these hotel collections, so if you have, let me know what your thoughts are about them down below. Now, let's address those changes to lounge access. Starting in 2026, authorized users will no longer receive free lounge access with their card. They will need to pay a $125 lounge access fee annually. And historically, you could bring two guests with you into the lounge for free. However, they will now cost $45 each unless you reach $75,000 in spend on the card in a calendar year. This is kind of unfortunate, but also not a huge problem. As for Priority Pass, cardholders will now have to pay $35 per visit. These are pretty big changes, right? Well, maybe not. Both the Sapphire Reserve and the Platinum Card offer unlimited access to their respective lounges for authorized users. However, both of those cards have fees for their authorized users, costing $195. So the fact that the Venture X has a fee for lounge access for the authorized users is kind of similar to Chase and American Express charging for their authorized users. It's not unprecedented. Capital One is just equaling what the other players are doing. So who is the Venture X for? If you're a mid to frequent traveler who wants some premium benefits without the high annual fee, then this is definitely a go-to card. It's also perfect for anyone who values simplicity, thanks to the 2x back on all purchases. And if you pair this with the Saver card, you can maximize those rewards, giving you even more when you spend at dining and groceries. You'll then be able to convert the cashback earned on the Saver card to Capital One miles on the Venture X. Now, before I end this video, I want to do a quick comparison between the Venture X, the Sapphire Reserve, and the Platinum Card. I have done a comparison of all these cards a few times, but I feel like every time I do, something changes with one of the cards. Now, the Venture X is a standout card because of the low $395 annual fee. It's much lower than the Sapphire Reserve and the Amex Platinum. But both of those cards offer great ways to recoup the annual fees. Now, Amex and Chase arguably do have a more valuable point system, as both of them have legacy carriers as transfer partners, those being Delta for American Express and United for Chase. While this isn't a huge issue for me, it is something to consider if you fly with either of those airlines and usually book direct. However, if you like to utilize partner airlines for any of your travel booking, then any of these three systems would work. Lounge access is good on the Venture X, but it's not as strong as the Platinum Card. The Platinum Card offers best-in-class lounge access, with access to the Centurion Lounge, Delta Sky Club, Priority Pass, and more. The Sapphire Reserve has access to the Chase Sapphire Lounge and Priority Pass lounges, along with select Maple Leaf lounges. I do think the sheer range of lounges that the Platinum Card offers gives it the win here. If you want to learn more about the Amex Platinum or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, go check those out on my channel. In those videos, I go full in depth on everything that they have to offer and talk about whether or not it's the right card for you. So in conclusion, if you're trying to get into credit cards, but that high price tag is just not for you, the Venture X is definitely a great place to look. It's incredibly straightforward and super easy to use. I think the Capital One Venture X is an incredible travel credit card that offers unbeatable value with an incredibly low annual fee. It's a card that I plan to keep in my wallet for many years to come. I would love to hear from you. What do you think of this card? Is it worth the hype that I'm giving it in this video, or does it fall short for you? Let me know down below, and if you made it this far, leave a credit card emoji down in the comments. Now, if you're thinking about getting the Venture X with this high welcome offer, consider using my referral links to help support the channel. If you enjoyed what you saw today, hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.